Why you feel tired and wired at the same time after burnout. One of the strangest experiences during burnout recovery is this. You feel exhausted. But at the same time, restless. Your body feels heavy. But your mind won't fully switch off. You are tired. Yet not calm. People describe it as, tired but wired. And it feels contradictory. If you are exhausted, you should feel relaxed. If you are stressed, you should feel energetic. But burnout often creates both at the same time. And this confuses people. They wonder. Why am I this tired and still unable to fully rest? To understand this, we need to look at how different stress systems operate. Because the body does not have one single stress response. It has layers. One layer is fast and immediate. Adrenaline. Sympathetic activation. Alertness. Heart rate increase. Muscle readiness. Another layer is slower. Cortisol. Energy mobilization. Longer-term stress adaptation. During long-term stress, both systems are activated repeatedly. But they do not always shut down together. And this creates imbalance. After months or years of overload, cortisol rhythms often become disrupted. Normally, cortisol rises in the morning and slowly declines during the day. It helps regulate energy and sleep cycles. But chronic stress can flatten or disturb this rhythm. Cortisol may remain elevated at the wrong times. Or fluctuate unpredictably. At the same time, the fast alert system may still react quickly to minor triggers. So even when the body is physically depleted, parts of the nervous system remain on guard. This creates the tired but wired state. Energy production is low. But alertness systems are still active. The body feels drained. But the brain feels vigilant. And because alertness prevents deep rest, recovery becomes harder. Another mechanism contributes to this paradox. When stress continues for a long time, the nervous system becomes efficient at detecting threat. The amygdala, involved in threat detection, becomes more sensitive. It reacts faster. Even to small uncertainties. This keeps low-level activation running in the background. Often subtle. Not panic. Not crisis. But quiet vigilance. Which prevents full relaxation. Meanwhile, energy systems may already be depleted. Mitochondria, the structures that help produce cellular energy, can become less efficient under prolonged stress. Inflammation increases. Sleep becomes lighter. Deep restorative phases decrease. So physical energy drops. But vigilance remains. And that combination feels uncomfortable. Exhaustion without calm. Another important detail appears here. The body does not interpret exhaustion as safety. It interprets exhaustion as vulnerability. If energy is low, the system may increase alertness to compensate. To avoid further threat. So paradoxically, the more depleted someone feels, the more the nervous system may resist full shutdown. Because shutting down feels risky. This explains why some people lie in bed feeling exhausted but unable to sleep deeply. Or why they wake up tired but already tense. The system does not fully trust rest yet. And without understanding this biology, people blame themselves. They think they are anxious. Or broken. Or doing recovery wrong. But often, the body is simply caught between two adaptations. Energy conservation. And threat vigilance. Both protective. Both learned during long-term stress. Another misunderstanding appears here. People assume fatigue automatically leads to relaxation. But fatigue and relaxation are not the same. Fatigue is energy depletion. Relaxation is nervous system permission. And permission depends on safety. So someone can be deeply fatigued while still lacking full nervous system permission to relax. Which feels like internal tension without strength. This state is common in burnout recovery. Especially in earlier phases. And it slowly changes as regulation improves. Cortisol rhythms stabilize. Nighttime arousal reduces. Threat detection becomes less reactive. Energy systems rebuild. And gradually, tiredness begins to feel calmer. Heavier. More natural. Sleep becomes deeper. Rest feels restorative again. But this shift often happens slowly. Not suddenly. And while the imbalance exists, recovery feels confusing. Because exhaustion does not bring peace. It brings irritability. Restlessness. Light sleep. Mental overactivity. So if you feel tired and wired at the same time, if your body feels depleted but your system won't fully relax, it does not automatically mean recovery is failing. It often means different stress systems are recalibrating at different speeds. Energy systems may be low, but alert systems are still protective. And protection fades gradually. Not instantly. Understanding this does not immediately calm the system. But it explains the paradox. And when a paradox becomes understandable, it often becomes slightly less frightening. Which is sometimes the first sign that regulation is slowly moving back toward balance.